Good evening and warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Amir Ajwad, Head of Chancery and Second Secretary, Embassy of Sri Lanka in Saudi Arabia. Our guest of honor this evening, Madam Ajwad, past President and past and present Executive Committee of Sri Lankan Expatriates Society, Embassy officials, members of Sri Lankan Expatriates Society, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all very pleasant evening. Each passing year robs us something precious. This year too is no different. On behalf of Sri Lankan Expatriates Society of Sri Lankan Society, I warmly welcome you all this evening to bid farewell and wish the best of luck in future endeavors to Mr. Amir Ajwad, Head of Chancery and Second Secretary, Embassy of Sri Lanka in Saudi Arabia. I call upon the President of Sri Lankan Expatriates Society, Mr. S. Subramaniam, to address you all.
Our chief guest tonight, Mr. Amir Ajwad, Head of Chancery, Sri Lankan Embassy. Today, all of us gathered here to bid farewell to a charming character, Mr. Amir Ajwad. He has been transferred to Colombo after serving 3 years in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As I know, Mr. Amir Ajwad has a strong academic background. He is holding a BA degree from the University of Ceylon, Pennsylvania, and the law degree from the University of Colombo. And finally, he became an attorney at law. Before he joined the Foreign Service, he was a practicing lawyer in the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka. I observed certain good qualities in him. It has been the practice, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody goes and when we bid a farewell, to mention about the good qualities of a person. So I am not exception for that. He is a person of smiling face and a pleasant personality. I never saw him getting angry. I never heard using hard words. He is a person of accommodating nature. Whenever we visited to his office, he always welcomed with smiling face. Whatever problem we put in front of him, he find a solution. Or he explained to us the complication of the problem. We come out from his office with pleasant and happy mood. He is a good orator in both languages, Tamil and English. I have heard several of his speeches on various occasions. I could not still forget the speech, the wonderful speech he delivered at the chartered ceremony of the Serendip Toastmasters Club as a chief guest few years ago. He never failed to attend any of the SLES function and used to be on time. Whenever requested, he has delivered the wonderful speeches with full of facts. We have learned a lot of information from his speeches. Mr. Amir Ajwad has done a lot to Sri Lankan Expatriates Society. We never forget his help in times of crisis. Whenever SLES is in the crisis, he always came forward and rescued the SLES. He's a young diplomat, a long time to go. On behalf of the Expatriate Society, I thank Mr. Amir Ajwal for all what he has done during the last 3 years. On behalf of the Executive Committee, I wish him a prosperous and a successful career and a peaceful life. Sir, Sri Lankan Expatriate Society is happy to receive you as an ambassador to Saudi Arabia in near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next, I call upon one of the pillars of SLES, the past president, Mr. SBC Tasim, to address the gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mr. President, sir, our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Amir Ajwad, the vice presidents, the past presidents, our dedicated doctors, the school principal, ladies and gentlemen. So Mr. Amir Ajwad, the president, was telling that he is a very amiable, very pleasant person, highly respected, and he never gets angry for anything. Yes, being a lawyer, he didn't want to tell lies. He don't want to antagonize anybody. That is the reason why he has changed to an administrator. Because if you take his initials A and A, Amir Ajwad, automatically we can say able administrator. So naturally, the profession he has selected is right. He's a very amiable person with pleasing manners, so he will be a good administrator. For the last 3 years, under 3 different presidents of Sri Lanka Expatriates Society, starting with the latter part of Abdul Wahab, I presume, then Murugadas was the president, then Nihal Gamage, Rizvi Mansoor, and today 2 or 3 months with our new president, Mr. Subramanian. So he has worked with all of us. And every one of us, I don't ask everyone to come and speak today because it will take at least 1 or 2 hours. Therefore, I expect that you would have discharged the duties entrusted to him, and on the part of the Expatriate Society past presidents who was working with him have a very good word about Mr. Amir Ajwal. Again, when I say AA, an able administrator, I can also dream that he could become a good able ambassador also. As Mr. President mentioned, Amir Ajwad can become an able administrator very soon, able ambassador. And we pray that he will come back to this country very soon. I had a very good experience with Amir Ajwad. Although we don't very easily meet and work together, one day when I was working in the bank, they brought a list to me of all unclaimed monies. And I found 50,000 riyals pending for the last 15 years belonging to a family from Eastern Province. The money has not been claimed by anybody. So I immediately telephoned Amir Ajwad and I said, Mr. So-and-so is having 50,000 riyal, which we are going to put to the P&L, profit and loss. Why don't you check that and let me know? You won't believe. After a few hours, Amir Ajwad was ringing and Tasim, there are no files here pertaining to this lady, and I will see something is done, please hold it. And the next day he had telephoned and he had checked the book and he found the name of that lady, the deceased, a Muslim lady from Sain the Madru somewhere. 50,000 riyals. And the lady had a girl about 7 years. And now the girl has grown up to 20 years. And they are suffering a lot. And it's the right time that we should have helped. And this man was going up and down, and finally he found the file. It was in Jeddah under some old documents. And immediately, the next day he was coming running to my office with the rubber stamp and everything, and we finalized, and the 50,000 was sent. This is the type of people we wanted. This is the type of people an embassy should have. If you would have procrastinated, if you would have delayed it, what would have happened is that we would have lost the 50,000 riyal. Here is a man who made it possible to send the money within 1 week to that lady. Thank you very much, Mr. Amir Ajwad, for your tireless effort. Whatever goes up should come down. If you take an hour, when you read, there are good chapters, there are triumphant chapters, and the finishing chapters. Now we have come to the last stage of Mr. Ajwad. When I say last stage, don't think the other way about. He is young, alive, and determined to work many more years. So this is not the last stage which I was mentioning. The last stage here in Saudi Arabia. So when we come back, hopefully to this country, or in any country, the experience he had developed in this country by sharing his experiences with all others, I think we will be able to do tremendously well in the future. It is said that I expect to pass this world but once. Let us do something during this interval. If we don't do, we will miss the bus. So I take this opportunity on behalf of everyone present here to raise our hands in prayer to Almighty Allah to bless Mr. Ajwad and his charming wife, Mrs. Ajwad, for the wonderful work, assistance and cooperation extended to all of us to make the SLES a successful body here. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Mr. from M. Rasuluddin to address the Cabinet.
And now, I come back to Mr. Amir Ajwad as an individual. You all know Mr. Amir Ajwad is a very pleasant gentleman who I always call him 3-in-1 academic-wise because he has a bachelor's degree, BA, Bachelor of Arts degree, LLB, and he is also a lawyer. And Mr. Amir Ajwad, you know, as a diplomat, the important thing in a diplomat is to project the image of a country. This person has worked hard to project the image of the country. You know, when the Foreign Minister, Mr. Lankan Expatriates came here, I know the amount of trouble he took, even at the displeasure of the ambassador. He called all the journalists, he called all the Arabic journalists, and he did his best, utmost, to project Sri Lanka on the Saudi map, which he was successful, and we must give a special hand for Mr. Amir Ajwad for that achievement, which he was able to do that, project our country in this part of the world, in Arabic press. English press, of course, Rasuluddin is there always to project Sri Lanka. But in Arabic press, he was doing his best. And similarly, like Mr. Qasim said, compensation. Compensation, this Qasim's experience is only one experience. I know, because of Mr. Amir Ajwad's contribution, the workers who are left, the distressed workers, had got money, millions, not in thousands. I know one experience lately, this was very recently, there was a case, the sponsor said, the court said, we can't give any compensation for this man. Samir Ajwa did not stop at that. Everyone lost hope. Mr. Amir Ajwa went to the governorate and he made an appeal. He made an appeal, a special appeal. This is a very deserving case, that can this all appeal. And finally, he was able to get 50,000 for that distress party. This is the effort, my dear friends, that Mr. Amir Ajwa took in helping our own Sri Lankan workers. Similarly, Mr. Amir Ajwa, he had another important advantage point in him was his Arabic. He was the only diplomat, I think, even in the foreign service still, the only diplomat who knows his Arabic. So inshallah, we hope Mr. Amir Ajwa will go back and come to Riyadh as an ambassador. And before I conclude, I wish to tell that Mr. Amir Ajwa once in Colombo, he accompanied the delegation to the mosque. You know, when some foreign delegation come to Sri Lanka, Mr. Amir Ajwa, when he was director of some consular affairs, he has gone to the mosque with one big man, head of state, to the mosque. After completing his prayers, Mr. Amir Ajwa and that man came out to see that man's shoes were missing. Someone has stolen the guest shoes. So he didn't have, he was looking here and there, is the man. So Amir Ajwa, what he has done, he has immediately removed his shoes and given to that guest. And Amir Ajwa was walking without shoes to the car and he had gone to the office without his shoes. So this is the type of people, diplomats we have, and as some people suggested here, he was very pleasant, he never get angry, and he always wanted to project the image of Sri Lanka, and in whatever possible way he served our countrymen. And at this opportunity, I have pleasure in offering all the thanks on behalf of the community for the wonderful innings you have played here in Sri Lanka. Inshallah, you and your wife should, your family should do well when you go back to Sri Lanka. Please don't forget us. And we are always at your service whenever you come back. And inshallah, we hope to meet you in Saudi Arabia when you come back as ambassador, as Mr. Hassan said. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Of Embassy of Sri Lanka in Saudi Arabia, our chief guest of honor this evening to address the gathering.
President, Mr. Subramanian, past presidents of the Sri Lanka Expatriates Society, members of Sri Lanka Expatriates Society, my dear friends, first of all, I would like to thank Sri Lanka Expatriates Society and the members of the community for organizing a grand function like this to bid farewell to me. My dear friends, I am deeply honored this evening and my wife attending this function at this time of departure. I also thank those who spoke nice words about me, which has become become foundation stones in my career life, which I have just started from Saudi Arabia. These are encouraging words. I'm really grateful to those speakers who spoke before me. My dear friends, Sri Lanka Expatriates Society in Riyadh is playing a vital role in bringing all the communities together. And I had the opportunity to work with Sri Lanka Expatriates Society for last 3 years and 3 months. And I have worked with almost 5 presidents of Sri Lanka Expatriates Society from the day I assumed duties in Riyadh. And I have attended almost all the functions, or most of the functions of Sri Lanka Expatriates Society, organized by Sri Lanka Expatriates Society here in Riyadh. I never missed purposely any, or without any reasons, the functions of Sri Lanka Expatriates Society. My dear friends, I'm really deeply honored by your farewell this evening, because I'm really sad to miss this community. The words, when I talk about my departure, the words are not coming up. So I really feel sad, because this was my first posting to Saudi Arabia. I have learned a very rich experience in Saudi Arabia. I came here with no ideas of bilateral relations and labor problems or any other matters related to the embassy. But after I have come here, I managed to learn all those affairs, all those functions of the embassy in a foreign soil. So in Saudi Arabia, I should say, I have learned from Sri Lanka Expatriate Society a lot of things. Because they were always cooperative, they were always available when we needed some support from them. So we had that hope. If we face any problems, or if we have any support and assistance, they are the Sri Lanka Expatriate Society. So I should thank Sri Lanka Expatriate Society and the past presidents for their continuous support and the assistance rendered to us during my office. I should say Sri Lanka Expatriate Society is a unique model for unity and harmony. You know, Sri Lanka Expatriate Society is playing a vital role to bring all the communities together and to bring unity and harmony to the community living in a foreign soil. It's not a small task, it's a big task. Bringing all communities with difference of opinions, with difference of background of culture and religion together and meet together and get together. It's not a small task. But Sri Lanka Expatriates Society has been successful in bringing all the communities together and bring the unity in the society. Furthermore, your humanitarian aid, I was really impressed by those projects which you have undertaken for our less fortunate Sri Lankans back home. This is a very important role Sri Lanka Expatriates Society has been playing in the kingdom. So they are always concerned, eagerly concerned about the Sri Lankan less fortunate brothers and sisters they are in back home. So this is, we also should thankful and grateful to the society for this purpose. And my dear friends, at this time, we are indebted to salute those founder members, those founders of the Sri Lanka Expatriates Society in Riyadh with the good intention to bring the community in unity and harmony. So, and those who successfully carried forward the objectives of this society throughout the years in the kingdom. We salute them and we thank them. I take this opportunity to thank them and salute them because I feel it's my duty to do so. My dear friends, Sri Lanka, I really learned true meaning of team spirit from the members of Sri Lanka Expatriates Society. Whatever the projects, whatever the functions they undertake, the commitment, the seriousness, collective and active participation of the members are there in the members. So this is one of the beauties of the members, qualities of the members of the Sri Lanka Expatriates Society. I really learned from them the true meaning of team spirit from the members. And my dear friends, Sri Lanka Expatriates Society has become recognized and successful by its great achievements. My humble request is, please don't allow this community to divide at any circumstance. The beauty of this Sri Lankan Expatriate Society, the community here, is unity and harmony. Unlike other societies, we hear some news from other societies, other communities. But the beauty of the Sri Lankan community here, through my experience I saw, it's unity and harmony. Please don't allow at any circumstance to divide this community. Dividing. And at any price, paying any price, you make unity and harmony in our community. Then only we will be successful in our own efforts. My dear friends, I take this opportunity on behalf of my wife I'm deeply honored by your farewell, and I can never forget this function, because this is the first community function, first farewell given for me in a foreign soil is by Sri Lankan Expatriates Society in Riyadh. I can never forget this function in my life, because I have just started my life, my career life from Saudi Arabia. I am very thankful to the society and the committee and the members of the community for having organized, for organizing a farewell to me at this time. And also, I take this opportunity to thank presidents and the past presidents and all community members for their kindness and cooperation and assistance rendered to me during my duties, during performing my duties. And also, I beg your pardon if I have done anything wrong to you all. Please apologize. And also, I take this opportunity to tell you, wherever I am, wherever I go, please, you can contact me. You can seek any assistance, any help, or any favor from me, wherever I am in the world or back home. Thank you very much.
Now I call upon the President of Sri Lankan Expatriates Society, Mr. S.K. Subramanian, to present the plaque as a token of appreciation for the dedicated services rendered to the community for the last 3 years and 3 months. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us nearly to the end of the program.